Hello and welcome back to the Digital Tea Party with your hosts Musa and Rebecca. I'm here with Rebecca. How are you?
All right. How are
All
you?
right. All right. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot has happened. The Met Gala has happened. The Diddy trial has started. A lot has happened. And yeah, let's dive in. What are you drinking today, Rebecca?
Drinking water. It's starting to get a little too hot for hot tea here, at least like at this time of the day. So maybe I'll make some iced tea.
I was about to say some good old iced tea. Blueberry iced tea is my favorite iced tea. I'm drinking water as well because it's what time is it? It's like 10 a.m.
Mm.
and yeah, I am drinking water because I should be drinking tea. I guess it is morning, but I'm not because it is also too hot for hot tea right now.
Yeah. I
But what
can't
do you
believe
guys
we're, huh?
I was gonna ask the viewers what they are drinking. Comment down below, tell us what you're drinking, and maybe inspire us to drink something. I don't drink coffee, but you could probably make some good lattes, mixed drinks,
I love
sugary.
coffee. I have two a day.
All the people who own Torino syrup pumps down below, comment. Do you have those Torino syrup pumps?
Now, is it the ones that like,
It's the huge ones that they have at every like Starbucks, can they have it everywhere, but people now buy them for their personal houses to make their own coffees and they're huge and just full of sugar. Yeah.
interesting. No, I do
It's
not.
insane. Tip and a trick. You know what some people are actually doing now, now that we're entering a recession and whatnot? They're going to Dunkin' and they're getting like 68 pumps of sugar and like 40 or something pumps of syrup and like with milk and like they're blending it all together and it's just this drink and there's no coffee in it. But they're paying like $6 or $7 for it and that's like a week and a half worth of creamer to add into their coffee. So they just keep this huge, large Dunkin' cup full of creamer, sugar, syrup that they made, and they get charged this large drink price, and then they have creamer for the week. So
Is it that serious?
I guess it is.
I feel like creamer from the grocery store can't be that much more.
I'm sorry, hashtag not sponsored, but Coffee Mate is very cheap, but I feel like people want Dunkin', but want Dunkin' at a cheaper price because Dunkin' and like Starbucks creamers at Walmart are like $12.
Really?
Yeah, they're really high end. They're, rather than buying Coffee Mate or other ones that I can't name right now. Anyway,
Recession
let's
indicator.
let's dive in. How has your week been going? Did you get your birth certificate from the last episode?
Oh God, yeah. All of that is done, thank God. It was expensive and a little stressful, but honestly, like the worst of the stress was probably when we recorded. But all that is done. I just like don't even want to think about it because it ended up
Me
being,
bringing it up.
yeah, no, it's okay. Just like the whole process ended up being a little more expensive than I thought, but it's fine. And the exchange rate between dollars and euros right now is awful. So yeah, but it's okay. It's been paid
Well,
for.
I'm glad that's over with. I finally scheduled my visa appointment June 4th, so it's coming
Yeah.
up. I have the 9:40 slot. It's insane, so early. And that's with me having to travel all the way down to Boston too.
Damn.
But,
You should just go the night before.
that part, but I could just drive to the bus station at like 4 a.m. and be there at like 7, 6, spend 2 hours. I'll see Adam though. We're gonna go to this one brunch spot that it's got. I love these brunch spots that have all you can eat because, well, like, and they bring them in small little plates. It's Mexican, um, like breakfast brunch place, and they have like these small plates that's all you can eat, and the menu's amazing. Not super, but it's like halfway between authentic and Taco Bell. So
Okay.
it's really good.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enjoy your lunch or your brunch.
I shall, I shall. Have you been keeping up with what's going on? Let's talk about the Met Gala first.
Yeah, we should talk about that. What did you think? Did you like the theme? Who was your favorite?
I hated the thing from the beginning when they chose that blue carpet. And I'm like, wow, celebrating black talent, and then you want to put black people's skin behind. What did Beyonce say about black people in the color blue
Yeah,
and
like,
how it washes them out?
yeah.
So yeah, the blue carpets was atrocious. I love Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor was giving a pimp named Slickback like realness,
Yeah.
like the do-rag, the top hat, beautiful,
And for those who don't know, this year's Met Gala theme is Black dandyism. And so if you saw a lot of like tailored suits,
super fine
that's,
tailoring.
yeah, exactly. But some people's tailoring were not that good,
Not
which I'm
really.
like, let's put an iron over it, people.
Zendaya wore the same the same outfit basically as Anna Sui, and
She's from Shogun, right?
I think so, yeah. They
Yeah.
wore both a white pantsuit with a Carmen Sandiego-esque white top hat that
Yep.
was flowing. And Zendaya stylist La Roche sent flowers.
Hmm.
Well, said Zendaya sent flowers to Anasui and was like, "Hey, they're gonna pin us and whatnot." La Roche got it and she was like, "Hey, look, this, they're like, don't pin these women against each other. Like they're put into this position and they work through it, and people are like, you put Zendaya into the situation, you are
I
her
saw that.
stylist." And I was just like, yeah, why are you, who's they, who's the grand, like the grander scheme of like that, who's the person, it's you, Law.
Well,
But
also in his interview, like on the red carpet, I mean, he probably just meant it as like a funny passing comment. He was like, "Ooh,
yeah,
who wore it best?"
that
Because
part.
I think,
and
yeah,
and then also his wig looked atrocious. He wore, for the viewers, he wore a blonde wig. Yeah, just a blonde, very Dapper Dan kind of short wig. Almost Great Gatsby-esque kind of wig. Lace was showing. He was sweating the whole time, so it looked like he was sweating the wig off. I don't know. Just all in all, didn't look good. And Law, who is like known for wigs, didn't do good. He did not. He did not good. He did not do good. Also, huge snub from the Met Gala, Wisdom K, who
yeah,
is, Black Dandyism. He is the premier black like artist right now in fashion. Um,
on TikTok or like in
and
social
it's not
media.
Pharrell. Don't let them tell you Pharrell is the pioneer right now of black fashion. It's not. It's Wisdom K. Because yeah, he got his little Louis Vuitton deal, but it is what it is.
I think they just didn't invite him because they knew that he would
Outdo.
over, yeah, outdo pretty much everybody that
Which
was
kind of
invited.
sucks when like it's like a gala for charity for the arts, and he wouldn't be where he is without charities like that, and like, or like having like something like a museum of fashion or seeing fashion and having those opportunities that are funded by these galas wouldn't inspire him or other artists to get into art, or
I think we've officially lost the plot in a lot of things.
yeah, it's kind of just going skewed.
Yeah,
But
but I mean, I think in general, I don't know, I liked the theme. It definitely is like one of my favorites, but I still think Holy, I don't know, the one
oh,
some of the
the Heavenly Bodies.
yeah, Heavenly Bodies I think is probably like my
Heavenly Bodies was really good. I did like Heavenly Bodies.
yeah.
However, mine definitely has to be Manus Ex Machina, the AI and technology in fashion.
Hmm.
It was really good. I really liked that one. And then, everybody was brought into the Met Gala scene during China Through the Looking Glass, where Rihanna came in that huge yellow embroidered blanket.
The big, oh my gosh,
It's a blanket!
blanket. No, there's it's like not a cape. A cape?
It was a blanket because she was using it to wrap her body up, too.
Well, whatever it was, she looked the fuck good.
Really good. What would you like to hope to see next year for like a theme?
Honestly, I have no idea. Because okay, part of me is like the Met Gala. I don't know. The world is just like such a mess right now that sometimes
Yeah.
the Met Gala just pisses me off because I'm like, people can't afford eggs.
This
Yet
should
here
be
we
fun for real.
right. Like the world is going to shit. And but we have like all these celebrities dressing up in these like it's like it's giving the Hunger Games. But also
Yeah.
I'm sure if I was invited, I would go.
In a way, playing devil's advocate, I have to really say, maybe in times like this, because I mean, at the end of the day, at the core of it, the Met Gala is very important for art, and it's a huge charity that raises lots of money for the Met Museum.
Hmm.
And they could quietly do that, or they could make it a spectacle, as in, like, it is kind of fun to look at the Met Gala, even though
Yeah.
we're during these times. Yeah, you get a little bit like, look at the Capitol and whatnot, but like, at some point, look at if every single asset was as gray as, most of the world is right now. It kind of would suck, and art has always prevailed through times of hardship. So,
True.
let's cool it on art and the recession. I
Yeah.
just don't know. But yeah, definitely that. And it's a little skewed when you talk about fashion because it's such a consumer
Yeah.
driven sector of
Mark.
art rather than paintings and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's still art.
Period.
And that's all I gotta say.
Right. Shall we move on?
We shall. Do you want to talk to us about the Diddy case? Have you been keeping up?
Yeah, I don't know.
You want to give us a little disclaimer?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to go into details because
Yeah.
everything is pretty much out there.
Yeah,
and like it's still going on. But yeah, disclaimer, we're going to be talking about domestic violence, sexual assault. I'm sure if you're on the internet right now or
you've heard
watching
this.
the news, because this is everywhere, even on like the world news, Diddy's trial is going on, and Cassie Ventura is like the star witness, and so she had to testify. I think, was it yesterday? And when
Yesterday
she
and the day before.
yeah. And I feel so bad for her because she is 8 months pregnant and she has to like relive all this trauma. And I've seen a lot of people on the internet or people talking about people on the internet saying, well, why is she testifying? She already got paid. If you don't know, because apparently a lot of people don't know, this is not like Cassie versus Diddy. This is a civil, no, not a civil case. This is a criminal case. So Cassie had a subpoena. All these people have been subpoenaed. Like, you don't have a choice. When they want you to testify, you have to testify.
And it's
Your
not like
option,
that, it's a government is
yeah.
subpoenaing you.
Yeah, like if you don't testify, you'll go to jail. And exactly. And I'm sure she would much rather be at home with her husband and her kids, being pregnant and like, not doing this, but she doesn't have a choice. So my
May
heart
I
goes out to her.
May I add that Cassie's just the beginning. Like this trial isn't gonna be over with Cassie. There's more people that they have. They have more witnesses. Some are even rumoring Young Miami will be taking the stand or has said no. But again, these subpoenas are really like hard. Like they're very aggressive. So
Hmm.
Young Miami might be there because as his most recent girlfriend during the raids and at the end of his criminal empire, really. Excuse me.
I feel
One second.
so bad for his daughters that have to,
His
you know,
daughters also did leave. They walked out multiple times when the sex workers got on the bench. And I don't know what's going on in their mind. I don't know where they stand. And all I just want to say is I hope they believe in justice. And I hope, at the end of the day, they're grieving their father as well, or who they
yeah.
thought their father was. So there's a lot of issues with his daughters that I, don't want to really get into, especially his daughter with Kim Porter, who is his late wife. So it must be really tough on them.
Yeah, I feel so bad. I hope they find some peace throughout all this.
I definitely do. However, his son is like very outwardly like, my dad walking out of here. Sure.
No comment.
Sure, Jan. Moving on, another man who has hurt another woman, who was just hurt right now, who's also in prison. Tory Lanez, which I will give him. What time is it? I'll give him 2 minutes of my time on this podcast. So say what you want to say in these 2 minutes about Tory Lanez. To catch you up to speed, Tory shot Megan the Stallion. Tory was out with a night with Megan, Megan's best friend Kelsey, and people who always forget, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner was there. I think it was even Kylie Jenner's house this happened, or neighborhood that this happened. They left swimming at her pool, and then, Tory Lanez shot Megan the Stallion. And fast forward, Megan the Stallion went to court. He is in jail now for the shooting of Megan the Stallion. And recently, he just got stabbed. He got stabbed 14 times. He got stabbed everywhere, every which way. He got stabbed in the front, in the back. He got stabbed in the neck. He got stabbed in the face.
I'm surprised he survived.
It's not even about survived. It's about like the fact that the PR statement said that he is talking normally. He's intubated and talking normally. And I'm like, those two don't make sense. How do you have something in your mouth and something coming out of your mouth at the same
He
time?
got stabbed in the neck and he's talking?
He's intubated, yeah. And the
Oh, intubated,
nurses
okay.
online are coming up and they're like, people who've been stabbed in the neck do not talk 4 hours later. So don't know what's happening. The 2 minutes are almost over. I'm gonna give you a 30-second rebuttal and give you another update.
Rebuttal.
Do you have a rebuttal on this?
What am I
On the
rebutting?
speak on
All I will say is that the whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case, another example of her being subpoenaed. She was a star witness. This was not
Yeah.
Megan versus. She wasn't going to say anything, but he was the one that decided to like taunt her online and make all these crazy songs. And the state of California built a case against him, and she was a star witness.
Yeah.
And she's not gonna lie.
And wait, you said she kind of lied?
I said she's not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, hey.
No, 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 no.
So talking about lies, they just came out and the bodyguard of Kelsey, her best friend, said that Kelsey was the one that shot Megan, and they both pinned Tory Lanez against, pinned him for it. So all
Yeah,
I have to say is that's I don't know. He's in jail, and why would he continue to taunt her? And I don't know. There's a
if he
lot
wasn't
that goes
guilty.
into it, but as of now, he's in jail or he's in the infirmary and he's in the
Yeah,
ER somewhere. Got
yeah.
stabbed 14 times, and 2 minutes are up. Have a great rest of your sentence, Tory Lanez.
We have a lot of incels to talk about.
Ooh, tell me about these
Chris
details.
Brown posts like free Tory
Oh my
Lanez.
God, I forgot we have to talk about Chris Brown.
I mean, we don't need to talk about it. We
Let
can
me
just
reset my timer.
no, we don't need to talk about it.
No, we need to talk about it.
I mean,
We
he
need to bring
posted about it, and
awareness.
then 24 hours later, he got arrested in the UK because he smashed a bottle over some producer's head.
2 years prior, so they let him come into the country, and they were like, "You're going to jail." I love that. He needs to go to jail. Someone was like, will is this what it takes for y'all to see he's a bad person? Are you guys not gonna stop forgiving him?" And it's like, we have two more forgivenesses left for him. Oh, how can you forgive someone who wrote this song? Because I really don't know what song it was. At the root of it, it's my community. It's the African community that allows this man to continue performing in our continent, performing in our countries, and letting all this slide. And I won't get into it, but there's a lot of issues that are rooted in the African community that accept Chris Brown and the behavior he exudes. That being said, we need to blacklist this man, blackball him,
People need
and
to do better.
yeah.
Like, this is sad. This is the type of, I don't know, role models. But like, oh, also, I forgot to add this to the list, but I wanted to talk about it. Halle Bailey, for those who don't know.
And DDG. Oh my
Yeah,
God. It's
she
just
had
like,
to,
I'm not trying to sit on this here and bash black men, but it's just like,
it's just, we need
they happen to be.
like this is sad that like these are some and of course there are plenty and like a multitude of like amazing role models for like young men but like
Yeah,
people
Wisdom K, as we said back in the earlier in the episode,
right
great role model.
people listen to these like crazy men and like
They have
will
huge platforms.
yeah, and they'll always, people don't want to believe women. They think that they say, oh, women lie, like, well, that's not adding up. But then as soon as, your fave does something that's like extremely messed up, oh, well, well, he had a point. Like, no,
All these excuses being given also by other shitty men and sometimes shitty women.
stop making excuses for abuse and domestic violence.
And I feel like it's crazy that we have to say this.
But we do, like, we're
And
regressing. Our country is regressing. The world is
the
regressing.
world itself is regressing, and at the end of the day, justice for Cassie, Megan, Ali, and Rihanna. So, because I feel like she
For
never
all
got her
women.
justice.
Yeah, it's crazy. These women are famous and rich and they still won't believe them. So, what does that have to
Two,
say about like the everyday woman? Believe women.
the gingers are black. I'm like, what else are we gonna say about it? This has actually been giving certain gingers that are, you know, voting for the same color as their hair, kind of like, they're like, "Oh, I'm black now," and I'm like, "No, not you. Voted against black people, remember?"
Yeah,
And that's that one girl, Sophia Delacour,
it was that.
the redhead girl in some TikTok drama. She's like the most hated person on the internet, in New York influencer, and she also is like, I guess I'm black now, and she made like 4 TikToks back to back about it. People are like, not you, not you, not you, but
I've
yeah,
never heard of her.
me.
Mm.
Should I get into my morsel of gossip?
Yes,
Are you excited?
I am. Wait, introduce it. Give us
Okay,
like a little.
I'm gonna introduce the whole topic.
Okay.
Alright. So, guys, we have a new and exciting segment. As we do our segments like the tea of the week and Mount Rushmores, we want to add more things in to keep it more structured and have you be part of the podcast as well. And one of those things is asking you guys for anonymous morsels of gossip, as one of my favorite podcasts says, Normal Gossip Podcast. And what is a tea party without a little bit of gossip and tea? And so we have asked you guys on social media to send us some tea anonymously. To send us some tea anonymously, and that was through email or DM. But Rebecca has nicely offered to create a Google Doc where you can send it anonymously. Well, I didn't get one, I just remembered the story, and it was a really funny, crazy revenge story, some may say. So hopefully you guys enjoy the story. I will be telling it to you guys for the first time, but also Rebecca. And yeah, are you excited to hear the story, Rebecca?
I am, and I'm excited to give my thoughts at the end.
Okay, so our story starts in New England. So it's based in New England, and this is from a friend of a friend that told me about this story, and it has to do with this one girl. Her name, we'll call her Rachel. So Rachel lives in the city, and every single Tuesday she goes to yoga. So she does yoga with this one guy, Ben. Ben, he's like run of the mill New Englander. He's like a fisherman. He makes candles. He's a big plants guy. That part. He's a very big plant guy. So he like takes care of plants, grows them really big, indoor, outdoor, all of it. Plants, he will do it. They go to yoga together every single Tuesday. So her and Ben always meet up and they go to yoga together and they enjoy yoga. Outside of yoga, usually Tuesdays after yoga, it turns into like getting a smoothie next door. That turns into like sleepovers, and it's really only Tuesdays, and they're not together, but they're yoga mates, you know. So they just get their yoga on, and kind of fun, I guess. You're stretched out, and you've got a yoga mate. So basically, Rachel also loves one other thing about Ben outside of having a yoga mate. She loves his plants. She's also a plant person, but he has this one plant in his house. I forgot what it was called. One second, I put it in my notes. Variegated like it's like it's a type of monstera. So, what do you know about monsteras?
We have one. They can't have direct sunlight. They only need to be watered every once in a while.
And like, what would you say about their cost when it comes to monsteras?
Like how much they cost? I feel like they're
Yeah,
not. I mean, it depends on how big you buy them, but when we bought it, it
I'm
was.
saying like a pretty big one,
Oh, I don't
and
know.
like a subsect of a type of monstera.
Oh, well, then it's probably expensive.
It's really expensive. It has a 2,000 like $2,500 Monstera that it doesn't cost $2,500 at the time he got it because he got it as a sapling. He is such a great like plant guy that he over the years grew this Monstera to be just huge, billowing with leaves and everything super healthy. Like the cost, if it was appraised, would be around $2,500, right? Such a big Monstera, such a beautiful one, and every single Tuesday before Rachel goes home, she sees the plant and she just looks at it, says she's in love with this plant more than she likes Ben, honestly.
Hmm.
So one night she's like, "This, I can't get over this plant. It's so beautiful." He tells her the story of how he got it, etc. And he said, "Hey, like if there's new growth, I can give you some to propagate, and you can also grab like you can also grow your own huge monstera from this propagate like this little propagated leaf." She's delighted. She loves it. She's like, "I can't wait to have this monstera. Hopefully it grows soon."
That's a pretty generous offer.
Pretty generous offer. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a little node. She's gonna get a tiny bit of the plant, but
It's
she
something.
can grow that plant to be as big as Ben's after a couple years.
Hmm.
So Rachel goes on her merry way home. She goes home and yeah, and then moving forward, then like it's the next week now, and Rachel has already come, like the day before she has done her yoga mates thing with Ben, and it's Wednesday, and she gets out of work early this Wednesday, and she says maybe I can squeeze in a class. She hasn't been to a Wednesday class in months, and she goes to the Wednesday class. She walks into the Wednesday's class. She sneaks in while they're like at a pose, and seem like she's seamlessly in, like she's been there from the start of the class. But guess who's sitting up front of the class?
Who?
Ben. Ben sitting up front with the class with the yoga instructor, their regular yoga instructor. Let's call her Sage. Sage usually teaches the Tuesday classes, but Wednesdays, I guess she takes the classes. So she's with Ben, and they're doing a group pose, and they are basically, you can kind of tell there's something going on between Sage and Ben, and she's kind of like, what? And she's kind of like weirded out, but she's like, okay, I really don't care to be with this guy anymore. She wasn't even looking for anything monogamous, but Rachel had her eyes on this plant. She wanted the plant more than she cared for what was going on with Sage and Ben. And class ends, she sees Ben, she's kind of shady to Ben, she's like, okay, whatever. And Ben is like, hey, we should hang out like tomorrow if you want to hang out. And she walks out Ben and Sage walk out together, and that's that. The next day, she goes to Ben's house to hang out with him, and what does she see? The beautiful Monstera there with a little bit of a cut like leaf. The leaf has been cut, or something has been propagated, and she immediately notices it. And she was like, hey, did you cut that leaf for me in the end, or like for me to propagate? And he was like, no, Sage was here, and she really likes plants, and she wanted a piece of it, and he gave Sage the piece of the plants that he promised Rachel. Anyway, so now Rachel's like fuming inside, but she's got a straight face. She looks at the plant, she sees there's some growth and whatnot here and there, and basically Ben goes to the bathroom and she finds kitchen shears or something. She cuts the fucking leaf. She takes the leaf, she cuts it, and she walks out. And when he's back from the bathroom, he doesn't see anything but the second cut on his plants. And she's really good at taking care of plants, so she knew how to propagate. She knew where like cutting above the node and letting it grow from there, etc. So she took the plant. He kept messaging her too, and he was like kind of okay about the plan. He just was like, dang, like you kind of like saw me being a hoe, and I gave the thing I promised to you to somebody else, and that was kind of all fair. Didn't respond. She stopped going to that same studio. Now goes to another studio, and then she later also saw, because she follows Sage still, she saw Sage, and Sage had like a whole series of trying to grow this plant, and the plant died. And Rachel's plant is doing really well right now, and yeah, now she has a Monstera that she's gonna hopefully grow to be worth almost 3K.
That's crazy.
That's the story. What are your thoughts?
I think she just took what was rightfully hers.
You would do the same.
I don't know that I would do that. I'm just like too chicken, but I don't blame her for doing that, if that makes sense.
I would propagate that and I would walk out.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get mad in the end, so
Yeah, he probably was like, I can, it'll be okay. I still have the plant. It
he
would be
just,
crazy if she stole the plant, but that plant probably was really heavy for how big it was.
yeah.
I don't know if I have pictures of the plant, but I can like search up the plant and send it to you.
Yeah.
But that's the weekly news segment. Tell us if you guys want more of this, and if you want to share your own stories about other people anonymously, go ahead and please enter the link. We're gonna post that link down in the comments. We're gonna post it everywhere we are, so you'll always be able to find that Google Docs link and send us anonymous stories. Please be in detail. Please don't use real names, or just do whatever you want to do, but we will moderate it on our end. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that.
I have more questions about this story.
Okay, you have more questions? Okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did the yoga teacher know that they were dating, or was she just kind of
Yes, yes. Sage has made multiple comments on Tuesdays about, oh, you guys are such a good partner, because like sometimes they pair up together, and whatnot. So Sage definitely knew there was something going on between Ben and Rachel. So Sage was kind of, but also they weren't monogamous, so
so she was jealous?
not to say so, because like
I mean,
we really
okay,
don't know
not
what's happening every Wednesday. We know what's happening every Tuesday.
no, but I'm saying like the teacher, if she's saying like, "Oh my God, you guys are such good partners," but like secretly she was
Yeah.
a guy, then people do that. Like, you guys are so cute, but like really,
It
you,
would also be insane if Sage was doing it knowing that every Wednesday was her yoga mate's time, with Ben.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the plant?
The plan is called a
Let's look it up.
let me very
How do you spell that?
Varie
Wait, repeat that. Varii.
Egated.
The way I was spelling it, I was like very good, and then jaded. Like, I'm a jaded person.
Like for example,
I have seen this. Here, I'll show.
like this one, I was like, this one's like three bands.
I did not know that. So when she cut off a little leaf, I wonder how much that's worth. What is that, like $50?
People do sell the leaves on Facebook pages. Little tidbit about me: I'm actually on a Facebook group called Black Planters, and I love it. I joined it because I was like, I love Black Panther, but they don't talk about Black Panther. They just use the name to make it cute. But it's a really good group, and they sell a lot of their own plants, like propagating plants, and they'll like mail them to you, like leaves and whatnot.
That's cute.
Get into propagating, guys. Also, I think trees shouldn't be bought. Go out there and steal. Go to your local park and propagate. Yeah. If you ever see a plant you like, take a leaf. and grow your own.
A lot of Spanish abuelas will do that at like the bazaars. You know how they have the plants outside? The
Yeah.
bazaars are like stores where they sell a little bit of everything. And they usually sell plants outside and they'll just like kind of steal little leaves here and there to take home.
And I think one should.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't hurt
Like
anybody.
I don't like it when people sell natural resources like water, air. Like air. Come on, Lorax. Like it's gonna get there. We're gonna start seeing people selling air and
God,
yeah.
I can't.
So propagate, create your own fresh air. Plants create air. So
Do
yeah.
you have a Monstera? How do you say that?
I don't, but I have a pathos.
We have one. I got John. I
I
got
definitely want to get into plants. That's one of my big things I will be propagating when I get my new apartment because I need plants to make me feel.
I want to learn how to take care of herbs because I like the things. I don't know. I want like a practical plant. Not that plants aren't practical, but I don't know. I would just want some food.
Isn't it a little too hot to grow herbs in Valencia? Like, 'cause herbs burn easily.
I think basil is okay. Everything else, I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't think rosemary because it's just like so dry already, and then the sun's gonna just kill it.
Well, this is a pretty humid city, so it might be okay. At least in the summer.
Maybe. Yeah,
It's like, oh, it's too humid.
yeah.
Dang, that was crazy. Who knew that plant people were so messy?
They are messy. I can't wait. But guys, tell us any story. Like literally, if you have any gossip about chair drama, like if someone stole a chair, let us know. We will
Yeah.
tell it. We like reporting news and facts and blaming people for things they've done. However, all in all, yeah, propagate, don't pay. So do
Everybody
you
needs a
have huh?
everybody needs a plant.
Everybody needs a plant. Moving on, who's on your Mount Rushmore this month or this this episode? Give us two things, ideas, people. What stood out to you?
I'm really into reading publications right now, so I downloaded Substack. Do you know who Hunter Harris is? She's a writer.
No,
She's
I
like
was
a pop
like,
culture writer. Well, she has a really good newsletter called Hung Up on Substack, so I decided to give her my little $5 a month and subscribe.
see, I want to get into Substack, but like, is it just newsletter? It's like Blogspot.
It no, I mean it's no, it's not just newsletters. It's just like people that want to write articles about pretty much anything. But the only thing about Substack is that a lot of people or a lot of writers will have some free content, but then like there will be some things that you have to subscribe to. Like
Mm.
I like for Hunter Harris, for example, she has like a free newsletter that comes out on Fridays, but like all her other articles, you have to be like a paid subscriber. And honestly, the other day I was just trying to read some and they were all behind paywalls. I was just like, you know what? It's $5. I spend that
Yeah.
much on coffee.
Well, as long as you enjoy it.
Yeah. Um, and oh, there's a new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives out. So
See, I don't think that's for me. I saw the first episode and I was like, I'm
I love it.
not too big on Mormons.
I feel you. I find them so fascinating.
Yeah, I'm like, so you guys bel actually, I don't want to get into it. I don't, I don't want to tell people what to believe, but I do want to let people know, don't believe in black people being a curse to this world, not
Yeah.
having the mark of
Yeah.
Cain or whatever.
Well,
But
apparently their thing is like they're trying to fight the patriarchy and like what is it? Futurize? No, modernize the church. I don't know how. I mean, I guess a reality show helps with that, but they're
there's gonna be
just
a
so messy.
sexist and and well, what religion isn't sexist and racist, I guess. But
Mm.
all in all, I'm glad I'm glad you enjoy the Mormon
Oh my
wives.
God. You know what we didn't talk about? We have
What?
a new pope and he's American.
I think that's gonna be mine.
Okay.
My Mount Rushmore. Yeah, for me, definitely it has to be Pope Leo the 14th. Yeah, what I was actually kind of I was gagged that it was American. I really thought it was gonna be Tegel the Filipino
I did
was gonna
too.
be it, or
Yeah.
Pizzanola the Italian. That's sanctioned that was out in Jerusalem. Kind of like wild that the current Pope has for sure been to a Taco Bell KFC combination and has ordered from both menus.
And he is like, I mean, I guess he lived in Peru for what, 20 years?
He is a citizen of Peru. I
Oh, I
do
didn't know
know
he was a
that.
citizen. So yeah,
Yeah.
he is
So
like,
the Peruvians right now are also joyous. They believe he's more Peruvian than he is American, and I can say that too because he's lived a lot of his life in Peru. But,
yeah.
you know,
I wonder if one day I'll be more Spanish than American.
who knows? You're already on your way there.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
You're almost there. But yeah, the Pope is definitely on my Mount Rushmore. The studio is on my second thing. The Studio is a TV show made by Seth Rogen on Apple TV about the inner workings of production in studios. Like he plays an executive producer, and it's really cool to see the what's going on in the behind, like in behind the screens. And I don't know, it's kind of like I love the realism of the show, and yeah, it's comedy. You guys should definitely check it out. It's super interesting. Seth Rogen's super funny. One more episode left. I think it's got like 10 episodes
Mm.
for the season. Honestly, great. Apple TV lost me at Severance this last season, but now I will be buying it again for the studio season 2 because I did not watch the first season on Apple TV because I just pirated it.
You are probably the only person I know that didn't like Severance. No shade. I'm just curious.
I'm done with this little child's play. Like, ooh, what's gonna happen? I don't care what's gonna happen. Like, I really don't care. I
Right.
lost the plot has also been lost for me for Yellow Jackets. I don't care.
Oh, I couldn't I mean, I've never tried to watch it, but once I heard the like what it's about, I'm like, I don't like plane crash TV shows or movies. I just like I don't want to subject myself to that.
Yeah, I want to watch something silly like the
Yeah.
studio
I mean,
or
I like a good drama. I don't know, especially all these fucking plane crashes going on. Like, let me not press my luck.
very scary, very scary. Prayers out to Newark. I just need to get on that one flight out of there, out of here.
Are you
And
excited
then
to come back?
very excited. I'm almost done the work end of it, so like now all I have to do is just wait 90 days to be there. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited to come, drop my bags, and see you,
I
and
know.
swim in the ocean.
We should record an episode while you come visit.
No, I 100% think we should record an episode there.
I have.
And I'm like, I really want to go just be silly and go to Portaventura. But like, it's like an hour and 30 minutes out of Valencia by driving.
Ooh, we'll talk about
Tarragona?
it. Huh?
Tarragona?
We can go to Tarragona. You can take the train there.
Okay, so we don't have to even drive. That's where Portaventura is.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
The biggest amusement park in Europe. And there's also Ferrari World. Or it has the fastest, it's got something number one in Europe for either fastest roller coaster or biggest or something, I don't know.
I
But
used
it's like,
I used to love roller coasters, but I feel like I don't know. My frontal lobe developed, and I'm just terrified of everything now.
it's fun and you survive, or it's fun and you walk out with a huge pile of money from the lawsuit. Let's go either way, you know?
I mean, I guess Europe, they don't be playing the same games like they do in America.
Yeah, they have regulations on regulations, which I
Yeah.
love. Also, I can't wait to live a safer life.
Yeah. I do feel very safe here.
Definitely. But yeah, join us next week, I guess. Do you want to do the outro?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much once again for joining us on another episode of Digital Tea Party with Rebecca and Musa. Make sure to stay updated with everything that's going on at our Instagram and TikTok at Digital Tea Party Pod. And if you have some tea to spill or you need some advice about some tea that you have, feel free to email us at digitalteapartypod@gmail.com. Or, and I'll announce it soon, I'll be making a bit.ly so you can really be anonymous and really be messy. Just make sure you leave us all the details and change the names if you can. So yeah, listen here or wherever you get your podcasts.
And we'll see y'all next time on
Love
the
you
Digital
guys.
Tea Party.
Yay.
Have a great rest of your time, y'all.
Bye bye.